Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Menu True Nerd, and welcome back to Medieval 2 Total War, where Europe stands on the precipice of war, because due to a complicated series of alliances, so far Europe has been mostly peaceful. This peace has largely been enforced because we, Denmark, are allied with Poland, and Poland is allied with the Holy Roman Empire, and the Holy Roman Empire is allied with the Moors, and the Moors are allied with Spain, and Spain are allied with Sicily. So basically, through that string of alliances, pretty much everyone is indirectly allied with everyone else, apart from the French. No one likes the French. Or Milan. Everyone hates Milan because Milan are dicks, and sooner or later they're going to go nuclear and cause war in Europe. So, you know what? Everyone hates them. We all saw it coming. And all of that was fine right until one of the rogue elements over here in the east, Hungary, decided to attack the Holy Roman Empire. And we're very, very interested in that because they're kind of getting in the way of our southern expansion. So, we've got this lovely big old army trained up here in Hamburg. I trained this army specifically to go and attack Russia, But if the Holy Roman Empire was about to go nuts and actually send all its troops down to Vienna to try and relieve Vienna and take out the Hungarians, well, at that point, that might just leave a few of their cities looking very, very vulnerable indeed, wouldn't it? Yes. Yes, indeed it would. But we've got some preparations to do before that. This is our new princess, by the way. She's kind of terrible. She's absolutely terrible. Cecile has already picked up a secret love at flipping 17, which is really bloody unlucky. That's so bloody unfortunate. So basically, yeah, we can't just marry her off to the first person who gets kind of introduced to us at the beginning of a turn, because right now she's only 1 out of 10 charm. So as a result, yeah, more of a spoiled brat than an example of nobility. Unfortunately, that guy would have, like, undesirable wife, whatever the trait's called, meaning he'd be less likely to produce children. We don't want that. We need that to not happen. So as a result, we basically need her to go around and do some good work for us. So I'm going to send her down here to have a chat with a few people, because I want to get her charm up through doing some negotiations, and that will actually be useful for us anyway. Right now, I think what we need to do is basically wait to see what the initial response from the Imperials is, because, yeah, this army could go various places. You know, we could just flipping invade Britain if we wanted to. We've got some stuff to do with over here. We've got these guys down here. There's Bruges. We could go and take Bruges. Our own Council of Nobles wants us to take Bruges as well. Don't forget, we could also do is spending some money down here in our little fledgling empire down in the Middle East. Though, yes, as I have been considering for some time, one thing we do certainly need is ballista maker. Though it will not necessarily be that useful for Frankfurt, we need to get that into production because I need to be able to get some flipping artillery sooner or later. I feel like I've fallen behind in that. So, let's get that underway. Admiral John here is, you're bringing a merchant over here, so just drop off a merchant in this direction. And in fact, if I move you to this textiles for 158, by any chance could you get this? No, unlucky. Sadly, he can't quite make it this turn. He's not trading anything right now. That's a shame. And actually, quick revision. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cancel a building over here in Oslo just for 1 turn, because instead I would rather have a spine. I'd like to get a spine, and that means... Oh, that means I'm flipping 20 florins short of building... Hang on, I can fix this. Screw it, I'll retrain one of those guys to light mail tomorrow, darn it. And that will mean I can just afford in Oslo... I can afford a town hall. Yeah, town hall, go on then, why not? Because, yeah, I really need to keep visibility on what's going on in the Imperials. So if I've got this guy over here looking at Vienna and what's approaching, I need a new spy around here to keep an eye on all this business. Let's get another spy floating around the Empire. Right, and the turn. French are backing away from England, for now at least. Fine, no war there, but inevitable sooner or later, damn it. Now, the Imperials, this is the interesting one. What's going to immediately show up, if anything... Or what are we going to see? Like, is something going to start barreling out of Frankfurt? Because if a large numbers of troops pile out of Frankfurt and start heading down towards Vienna, that will be of interest. Okay, here we go. One small force heading down there. I would have thought that force wouldn't be able to do it, but they're trying. No, they're not. Okay, they're just standing nearby, but they're not actually getting involved. And the Egyptians have come to speak to me. Okay, are you guys wanting peace at this point? Because, do I want peace yet? No. Not yet, not yet. But if I was to offer it them, they might well be willing to take it, not sure. Certainly, there's no sign of a massive army showing up. Like, the few little bits that are floating around are just kind of regrouping, but it's nothing major. Though I think I saw at the end there just something flicking on screen for a second that might indicate a bigger force was coming down south to come and relieve the area. And we've got... more Hungarian troops, reinforcements coming in. Nice, and oh dear. Oh dear, I think they attacked the city and just lost. Oh no. Right, that's interesting. No, no, no. It's nice you're a skilled bureaucrat, but you're 37 and you're a drill master. No, sorry, you're too old to be allowed into the family. Decline. Right, we've got a thing there. Lovely. A book of the composition of alchemy, originally in Arabic text. Ooh, scientific and alchemical discoveries. Nice. Now, a whole bunch of stuff is going to have just happened here. Let's have a look. See, so my relationship with... Oh! Why is my relationship with those factions just dropped? What have I done to annoy various people simultaneously? Possibly because I didn't go and help my ally, I suppose. Maybe. Right, so... Situation over here, yeah. They attacked Vienna, but they weren't able to take it, which is unfortunate, but we'll see. Obviously, this kind of... Basically, if you start a war in this game, if you're a Catholic faction, you need to make sure you're going to win it. Because if you attack someone, then basically the Pope says, no, cut it out. But if you attack someone, fail, and then they counterattack your cities, the Pope's like, you know what? Fair enough. You're just defending yourselves. Help yourself to a city or two. Basically, the Imperials now have got free reign to come over here and take Budapest if that's what they want to do. But if they did do that, yeah, that would leave their northern frontier wide open. Cardinal report has been... Ooh. Well, this is well, that doesn't help me that much, actually. I was about to say, this is exactly what I wanted to see. Marvellous, because, yeah, now my cardinals are all coming in, whereas other cardinals are dying. But, unfortunately, yeah, the guy that died was actually a Polish cardinal. So, like, I haven't really gained any votes, because the Polish would have voted for me anyway. But this guy over here is... Ooh. I don't feel like you're really worth promoting, but never mind. Yeah, he is only 6 out of 10, so he's kind of terrible. He's also utterly corrupt, and he is known as Thorkel the Corrupt. Good name, Thorkel the Corrupt. But good job, you've got this place up to being like, you know, flipping 41% Catholic pretty much on your own, so well done there. I'm just going to move you to the edge of this territory just so you can act as a bit of a lookout. Now, diplomatic information. The Turks and the Venetians have joined forces, unsurprisingly, because, yeah, obviously they've got the common enemy of the Byzantine Empire. And the Hungarians have got themselves excommunicated. Well, that makes things interesting too. Excommunicated means that anyone can just attack them. Okay, and we are advanced, huzzah. I mean, the problem was, yeah, the Hungarians weren't that well liked by the Pope anyway, so as a result, they just got kicked out nice and quickly. I could attack the Imperials a bit more easily, because, yeah, I'm already at 9 out of 10, so I've got a little bit of freedom to do some other stuff. Right, let's get my spy in the move here. Are you a good spy? No, you're kind of a terrible spy, but never mind. Let's get you moving down in this direction anyway. I still totally want to spy in this region to keep an eye on what's going on here. So you just move over here. This sort of an area. You're in a terrible position right now, but whatever. Faction announcements. We have got ourselves... Ooh, new family member. And Steve Stenger has picked up a biographer. Quite bloody right, Steve Stenger. Steve Stenger, he should really, really become our faction heir, you know. He's really, really damn good. And he's picked up various things that give him authority, which is interesting. Unfortunately, I have no way of actually kind of selecting who the factionaire actually is. It's decided automatically. So I can't just, like, you know, click on this guy and just say, hey, you should be this guy now. Unfortunately, that's no longer a thing. I'm not sure if it's actually calculated by authority. I thought it was age. But Bolesław Herman is technically, well, he's new into the family, so he's been married in, so maybe he doesn't have the same rights. And indeed, Bolesław Herman is just getting out those children nice and quick. Lovely. I mean, to Prince Charles's advantage, even though he's not the most chivalrous guy in the world, at least he's really, really bloody pious, which is good. And more priests just keep piling out of Cairo. Just get those priests going on. As time goes by, yes, indeed, because they're converting people to Catholicism, they're picking up traits like Servant of God, because they're bringing heretics into the light here. Oh, no, Servant of God, I think, was for killing that last heretic, in fact. But still, it's still good. And we've got more merchants coming in. Good with money, that's quite a poor trait. And he's 41 too, which is a bit of a shame. But still, better than nothing. And we've located Dongola down here. A castle that, yes indeed, absolutely, someone has attempted to attack, but it hasn't ended well for them. So probably these guys are a bit damaged. We could just send a few troops down here, capture that, that would be lovely. And at this point, the economy is in trouble. We've got only 2,400 florins. Cairo and Alexandria both need upgrades, including, of course, we need a church here. You know, just to save time, I'm going to put a basic dirt road. We could use dirt roads in this point. So, and Cairo cannot afford an abbey either. So, yeah, we are in a little bit of trouble here. We need to start making some money fast by conquering something or just generally using our armies more efficiently. Expand the empire, bring more land in, increase the tax base, something. We need money in a hurry. And yeah, we also need to get you up. Cecile, currently age 18. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run up to this here Imperial princess right now.
What may this Fräulein do for you, mein guter noble?
And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to give her 100 florins as a gift.
I see no reason why I should refuse.
So there we are. Technically, she has now accepted that. So that is a successful mission. I've not picked up anything out of that. But yeah, you can just basically walk up to people, give them a tiny bit of money, and as a result of that, they like you a tiny bit more. You get a tiny bit of diplomatic skill, because yeah, you've done some diplomacy business, and as a result, your person can go up slightly. But yeah, at this point, Cecile, we're going to struggle to get her up a bit. Princess is anything beyond the early game. Like, in the early game, you can just send them around doing trade routes map information. Later on in the game, it's kind of difficult to find something for them to do, so as a result, it's harder to train them. Gotta build a church down here in Peasantville because the heresy's starting to get out of hand. You don't want heresy to get out of hand. If the Pope decides there's too much heresy in your territory, trust me, you don't want that. And as for my new merchant here, may as well get him on the cotton for now for just 100, but soon, yeah, I'll move him over to the spices for 151, and as he gets better, that will be worth more. But these three guys right now, they're doing good work. If I look at my flipping financial details at the minute, merchant trade is worth 1,000, over 1,000 on its own. Trade's only worth 3,000, mining's only worth flipping 400. Few more merchants, level them up a bit, flipping merchants will be worth like as much as farming. So my view of it would be the Hungarian Imperial War has kind of fizzled out without a huge amount of problems here. Hungarians appear to, yeah, in Budapest, they appear to have basically no reinforcements to throw in. They've already been kicked off the walls of Vienna. This army here is huge numbers of Hungarian nobles for whatever reason. Tough, but well, I guess they could probably just take the city by themselves. Technically, of course, they have no way of doing it because none of them can use siege equipment, but I don't think the game actually cares about that. If they just put the city under siege, then build some siege equipment and then auto-resolve it, because of course the computer will always auto-resolve unless you're an ally and you're watching, then the game will just say, you know what, that's the stronger force, sure, why the bloody hell not, even though it's technically impossible for them to have actually done it. But, yeah, I suppose they could take Vienna, but it feels like that's not going anywhere. So, instead, I would say it is probably time for us to actually take this army and start it moving northwards. Russia. That's the title. Actually, I could do with one more turn to train and retrain. Yeah, I'm going to give them one more turn to see if maybe, just maybe, those guys all, like, freak out or whatever. But if they don't, and they don't kind of have troops pouring south to deal with Hungary and counter-invade Hungary, I'm going to take this army and we're moving over to Russia. So the rest of my money gone on just training some new troops in Hamburg. We are... yeah, we could get into trouble very, very quickly here. Our house will keep us going for the time being. Good old our house training, oh yeah, over 1,000. Over 1,000 in trade, soon to be 1,100, thanks to its lovely paved roads. Some of the earliest paved roads in all of flipping Europe. And look at that trade. Look at that trade go. Our house is starting to get some. That looks a bit more familiar. That's more Rome Total War. The roads flipping filled with wagons. But actually, probably the only other paved roads in all of Europe right now are very likely just over here in, yeah, over here in flipping Rome. I imagine everyone else is still on dirt for the time being. Also, pirates, please naff off over in this direction. Don't come down south. That'd be really annoying if you came down south right now. And as far as I can tell, there's no obvious way I could take advantage of the Hungarian situation. They're too far out of the way for me to really do anything. Because, yeah, right now I can attack them freely. But if I did, I'd need to, well, I could just walk straight through Polish territory, just straight down here and take Budapest, but it wouldn't really be that advantageous to me. So I'll leave that for now and instead focus my strength elsewhere. You just, yeah, at this point in the game, you just don't have the money to go throwing, like, huge armies in multiple directions. Like, I can barely afford having an empire growing down here, as well as building a new army to attack Russia up here. Like, that is really stretching me right now, and I'm going to have to underinvest in some of my cities to make it happen. Any movement from the Imperials? Still no. Frankfurt remains very, very well defended. Honestly, trying to take it would be extremely costly and extremely slow. I don't think it's worth the trouble at this point. A very, very small force potentially heading over here. You guys... unless, of course, they were stupid enough to attack me. No. Would they... Ooh, there's some more paved roads. Good, good. More paved roads coming in. New Russian army comes in. Finally actually manages to kick the arse of some rebels over there. Lovely. Cairo just got very, very unhappy, unfortunately. The population is growing very, very fast right now, and the Egyptian fleet is getting big too. Now, what's Hungary going to do? Yeah, Hungary's going to kick the arse of those guys. Fine, no problem. Polish nobles will drive them back. Are you about to try and... No. You're not going to try and besiege Vienna like that, but you are continuing the war and attacking those guys. And, yep, you've driven them back. Fine. What do you plan to... Oh! The attack continues. Okay, that doesn't feel like a big enough army to pull that off, but... Ooh, and luckily, yeah, the pirates go in the exact direction I want them to. Good, good, good. Another man wants Cecile's hand. 44, no, go away, go away, go away. Agent has been found. Oh, who's spying on us? Who is it? It is the Russians. The Russians in Helsinki. Honestly, not too surprising, all things considered. Right, let's keep my own guy coming around here. Just move him over here. Keep an eye on the situation around here. Ooh, paved roads. Paved roads and all sorts. Very, very nice indeed, yeah. You know what? It's got to be the best thing I can do. To come over here and potentially sack a couple of cities in this area. There's a good-sized army here, but we can totally handle that. Relations report and... Yeah, my relations are looking bad with a few people. Relations just, like, naturally degrade over time unless you do something about it. So this is kind of to be expected. The important thing is, me and Poland are still very, very close to each other. Steve Stenger feels appreciated, marvellous. We've got a new family member coming in as well. Bryn of Laughhammer, marvellous. And Sven of Milton Keynes, noble in rule, marvellous. That is going to get the growth rate of Peasantville up. Now let's get my spy down here into this area and have a little look see what's actually going on here. So, we've got ourselves inside this city. There's a family member and then... It's basically crappy militia troops. Okay, attacking them, meanwhile, is... they're never going to pull that off. Not a chance, it's crappy militia troops. No, no, no. Unless they just happen to get a really, really bloody lucky dice roll, they're not going to pull that off. But there's, yeah, there's potential reinforcements over in this sort of a direction. If these guys would have put their strength behind it, then possibly... they actually could, and also there's just a Spanish princess who's not very charming floating around to this part of the world too. Very nice. Right, get my spy down here into this area with the paved roads and just keep him moving around here. I'm so divided. Do I potentially... No, the Imperials don't seem to be responding particularly strongly to this. Or rather, if they are, there's enough force floating around here that Frankfurt's not going to kind of jump down there. So in which case... it's time. It is time for our invasion here with Admiral Bjorn to begin. Two-pronged attack. We've got Riga here, basically completely unguarded. And we've got over here, yeah, the Russian capital. Ooh, there's a flipping heretic here. Hang on, go and kill him. Go, 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 go. Yeah, make sure we take him out for goodness sake. I want him killed before anything else. Once he's been put to death, yeah, then go and unofficially spy on the Russian capital for me. Still, it is time. Boleslaw Herman, you are heading towards Russia. Good luck with it. I think we're going to do this now. Just head up here. Now, take all of these flipping dismounted Huscarls with you. Now that there is a ridiculous amount of heavy infantry. That's why our economy's in the flipping toilet. Right. Also take with you all of the flipping, yep, indirect fire. Just take that as well. And that is Norse archers who happen to actually have some good quality armor on them. Marvellous. So 4 archer units. Take with you also... 3 here units of cavalry, and of course, the epic peasants. Take the epic peasants as well. Everything else I think we'll keep here. We don't need to send everything. That is enough strength to get us going over here. So you join up with Admiral Bjorn, and be on your way. Now that leaves this area undefended, to be honest. If these guys started to attack, well, the standing forces could probably just about pull it off, supported by, yeah, the heavy cavalry of King Canoodle. We should be fine, but... in all fairness, if this baits the Imperials into attacking us, that's not the worst thing in the world. Peasantville gets itself a grain exchange just so we can train ourselves some additional flipping merchants down in the Middle East. Oslo gets the port. I promised them previously and then kind of pulled out from under them. Helsinki's okay for now. Stockholm is okay for now. Yeah, I think we're okay up here in Northern Europe. But down here, Cairo, Cairo, Cairo. Growing quickly, and the problem is, it's a bit Catholic, but not bloody Catholic enough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Triumph just wore off. That's why that suddenly flicked over like that. So, we need to find a way to get this place to be happier quickly. I mean, Council Chambers is relatively expensive, but it is plus 10%. 5% more law, 5% more health. But then the health will just make it grow even bloody faster. Right, Alexandria appears to be under control. In fact, I'm actually kind of surprised. Why is that under control? Is it probably because of... yeah, it's fear. Fear which is fading over time at the minute. So we need to get... okay, all priests move into this territory for the moment. Let's get this place a little bit more Catholic in a hurry, please. And if one of you could start getting good fast, that would be appreciated. Yeah, I'm going to spend 600 on a town hall in Alexandria just to keep it happy. But that means in Cairo, I basically can't bloody afford anything. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to get a spy. I'm going to get a spy in Cairo because I need a spy coming over here, seeing what the Egyptians are sending in this direction. I just need to do that. Also, thing I really liked in Medieval 2 that didn't really happen so much in Rome, by the way, roads don't appear in territories until there's a logical road for them to actually link up to. So Cairo did not have a dirt road here until Alexandria had dirt roads over here. Which makes a lot of sense, and it didn't happen in Rome. In Rome, basically, if you built dirt roads, the dirt roads would appear where the roads would ultimately be, even if they were leading into nothing. So you kind of know where roads were going to be in the future in the neighbouring territory, which didn't really make so much sense. But in Medieval 2, it's much more sensible. Yep, one of my merchants has jumped up to 5 out of 10. He is now making 441 a turn, so he's supporting like 3 to 4 units on his own. Marvellous. Ah, and Stettin, once a flipping bastion of heresy and paganism, is finally overwhelmingly Catholic. Beautiful. In which case, actually, you know what? We could get ourselves... Hang on, you guys, come over here. Join up with the fleet, if you can. Let's send you with us into Russia, because we're going to need your help to do that. So you over here. Yeah, job flipping done. Lovely. Those two guys will do a lot more good work helping over here with Russia than anywhere else. Right, I think that's all we can do here. And the turn. Now let's see if anything else happens in Europe at this point. Nothing major. Oh, large French armies continue to bum around near English territory, but probably not enough. Okay, in come the flipping spies. Fine. I can't exactly get mad at the Imperials for spying on me. I'm spying on them too. In come Imperials to relieve Vienna. More Imperials heading down that way, but to be honest, Frankfurt is still very well defended. Yeah, I've made the right decision to go for Russia, not for Frankfurt. Frankfurt would be a tough, tough fight. There's no point doing that until there's a better opportunity for it. Now, the question is, what are the Hungarians going to try and do? I mean, if they're clever enough to move their reinforcements into the army and then attack immediately, they might be able to pull this off. Oh, spying on me over here. No, kill him, kill him, kill him. Actually, it barely even matters. It doesn't matter because even, ooh, mid-sized Russian force over here. But I imagine that troops that have attempted out of the Russian capital. So to be honest, it works to my advantage anyway. Egyptians still want to chat, but probably don't want peace yet. Nope, still don't want peace. Not just yet anyway. Now, Hungary. Hungary. Ah, so the reinforcements are simply keeping away the reinforcements of the Imperials. And, yeah, keep kicking their ass. The nobles are doing good work there. You gonna attack them again? Yes, you are. And, once again, another bad defeat for them. But you can see that army is being worn down pretty quickly here. And Vienna has, yep, Vienna's no longer under siege. I mean, they attacked it and they failed again. So the Hungarians have done a lot of damage, but they haven't really got anything out of it aside from being excommunicated and literally no benefit, to be honest. So, hasn't really worked out desperately well for them. Venice has become the strongest faction. We've moved back to being most advanced. Marvellous. Hamburg is... Ooh. Hamburg's ready to be a fortress, but we can't possibly afford it. Fortresses are great. Oh, we could finally get our own flipping heavy actual cavalry out in the world. That'd be lovely. And... dismounted feudal knights, our own proper heavy infantry, 21 defense. These guys just walk through arrow fire like it's not happening. They're not so good with crossbow fire, mind, but they're still bloody tough. Milan and Venice in an alliance, fine, that makes sense. Those were two powers that up to this point hadn't really made any alliances, so they've decided to join up with each other. That's okay. Possibly suddenly isolates the Holy Roman Empire, so works for me. And yeah, let's just get ourselves a nice spy into this part of the world. If you're about here-ish, yeah. Now, you've got good visibility of Hamburg. You've also got good visibility down here to Nuremberg. So at this point, we've got good visibility of the entire empire. This little force here, looking slowly and slowly weaker. Its banner's looking very, very empty. My spy can probably do the best job right now coming over and just having a bit of a better look at Vienna if it can. If I just move up onto the bridge... Can I see? No, that was a bad position to be, as it turns out. I just want to see. There we are. That's a good position. So, there's... Ooh.
We shall honor the alliance.
Interesting. Ah, no, wait, of course. The Polish are also allied with the Imperials. So it's very likely they're coming down to basically kick the arse of the Hungarians and then even maybe move straight on to Budapest. Ooh, yeah, the Polish are in a much better position than me because they can just move straight south and kick out these guys. Like, really, you want to be neighboured to whoever gets excommunicated first, because it's just a really good opportunity. So, if the Polish decide to take advantage of this, then the Polish could expand south very quickly and end up with a very, very big empire, very, very fast indeed. Not least as they've already done an excellent job expanding over here, taking huge swathes of land out to the east. And as I suspected, yeah, Russian capital right now, not desperately well guarded, because most of its army has indeed stepped outside to take care of various rebel forces. Now, get my priests on the boat. Lovely. You guys come with the rest of the army. Down in the Middle East, yeah, I desperately, desperately need to just get the happiness around here up a little bit. Let's go for... Yeah, I'm going to spend the money on the council chambers. Council chambers are very, very good indeed. We have a spy. Please be good. You're all right, not spectacular. And we've got, yeah, these guys blocking this here bridge. You, head up there. Keep an eye over here. Ooh, hello. We've got, some very badly damaged members of the Byzantine Empire. Fine. So they've been battered by someone or another. We'll just keep these guys moving over towards here. Start getting a look at what's going on in this part of the world. And just add another priest to the number, please. One more priest down here. But money is tight. I can't afford to do much more down there. I can't afford to reinforce the army right now. On the plus side, bare minimum, I can get rid of a flipping heretic over here. There we are. You're dead, and you're going to get a nice trait out of that as well. Servant of God. Lovely. So you've been executed. You're up to 7 out of 10. Lovely. And you head over here. Have a little look-see here. See what you can see. You've got good visibility, in fact. Crossbow militia, spear militia, and one guy who's not desperately good. Thieves Guild as well, interestingly. Still, this reinforces to me this is a city I absolutely flipping want at this point. It's got a shipwright, it's got a merchant's wharf, it's a minor city, it's got itself a grain exchange we can upgrade easily. Also, I like, by the way, how there's various different styles of building, which is very cool. My personal preference is actually the Northern European style, which I think is really, really damn cool. But yeah, you'll actually find that things like the grain exchange and the brothels and everything is actually different in each kind of different territory. There's the Northern Europeans covering like England and France and Denmark and the Holy Roman Empire. Then there's more like the Southern European, which covers all of Spain, all the Italian factions. Then there's the Eastern European style covering these guys over here. I think it's just the 3 styles for the European style. Then of course there's also the Byzantine guys, there's the Turks, there's the Egyptians, and then there's the Moors over here. I think the Islamic factions all share the same. I think the Byzantines get their own, though, which is kind of cool. Hang on, let me just have a look-see here. Yeah, Byzantine. So the Byzantines get their own unique style, which is really cool. And these guys are indeed, yeah, they're Middle Eastern. So the Middle Eastern, which I'm pretty sure is shared by the Moors, even though the Moors are even over here in Spain, which is most certainly not Middle Eastern, but whatever. Oh, hang on a flipping minute. That's not a spy, that's an assassin. The Imperials are sending assassins into my territory. Okay, that we need to respond to. We have to build an inn at our house, purely for the sake of getting our own assassins out, because that's a real concern. We've got side of the pirates, they're heading down here, good. In which case, Admiral John's making a run for it round the kind of top of Denmark right here. Because, yeah, I'd like to send some reinforcements from Hamburg north to just kind of quietly pick off Riga if I can. So, yeah, this area over here should be safe for the time being. In which case, yeah, if I take my boats right over here, drop off the forces right here. Thanks to the fact that you've conveniently built paved roads for me, I might be able to get to the Russian capital before those guys even realise what's going on. Though I say that, I will say, to Medieval 2 Total War's credit, the computer is extremely good at figuring out when you're planning something, seeing when you might be planning something. It's like, you know, when I built a big army in Hamburg, what did the computer do? Why, it built a big army in Frankfurt to kind of dissuade me from attacking. The computer's very good at spotting when you might be thinking about something, and actually kind of reinforcing its cities appropriately. So right now, this French city isn't bothering to kind of defend itself, because it can kind of see in Peasantville, I'm in no position to be coming down and threatening them. But over in Frankfurt, they saw that I was in a position to threaten them with Hamburg, so as a result, they're actually keeping a decent-sized garrison there, which I think is really, really damn cool. Right, keep on just handing over some free money here. We need to get this girl a little bit better. Any chance I could... receive ally. Can I have military access, please? And no, not quite. Okay, in which case, I would just like to give you 100 florins as a gift. Just so we get something good out of this. Yep, that's been accepted. Marvellous. And, as a result, relations have been improved with Poland. They are now good. Beautiful. And yeah, she's just not improving at all, unfortunately. We may just need to basically just take the next suitor that shows up and just accept he's going to have a pretty poor wife. It's unlucky. She started off with natural negotiation. She picked up a secret love almost immediately. There's no big mission we needed to go on. So, yeah, she's just in a bit of a bad place. Now, get that ship moving on round the coast here. And yes, indeed, we are heading for you, Russia. Still no movement from the big force over there in Frankfurt. Imperials are bumming around and... is Vienna safe at this point? That's the big question. Or are the Hungarians coming back with something else? Ooh. Okay. You got plans for that big army that just left Frankfurt there? At all? Not sure. Oh. I think you do. I think you've just sent a... No, good. They've just come there to beat back that rebel army. Fine, hopefully. They're just going to defeat them. And then that's going to be the end of it, right? Hopefully. Good. Russian princess bumming around. If she has any questions, just tell her we love Russia and we want to be friends with it. Polish pulling back north. Looks like they're not too interested in pushing too hard into Hungary. Instead, just continuing to head further and further east. We've got... the flipping Hungarians. They're just sending their nobles around to kick the arse of some random flipping Imperial forces. Now, if we know anything about the Imperials, they will just let crappy armies sit there and kick their arse all flipping day. So, I guess that's probably why they're not overreacting. And we have got ourselves... Ooh! Master Theologians Guild in Cairo. Tempting. Yeah, I'm willing to spend 2,000 on that. Let's just get the priests over there, be better and flipping better. Alliance has been announced. Sicily in the Holy Roman Empire. Attacking the Holy Roman Empire is becoming more and more of a risky proposition. They've got too many friends. We've got ourselves... Yes! Good. A Holy Roman Empire Cardinal is dead. And who's been promoted? It's one of mine instead. Which one is it? It's the other one on the boat. So right now there's 2 cardinals on that boat, isn't there? Yes, indeed, there are 2 cardinals on the boat. Now, this is exactly what I want to see. Though, admittedly, I'm surprised it's these guys rather than these guys down here. You want to have plenty of priests, so when cardinals die, you get to be the next cardinal. Because at this point... The Pope, let's have a look and see at the Cardinal College here. I still have a horse in the game to be the next Pope. The other 2 candidates, Milan and Sicily, are not exactly swimming in supporters. Like, Sicily's will probably do okay, because Sicily has the support of the Holy Roman Empire, and I think Spain. So probably actually Sicily right now would have it. But the thing is, I've got 2 cardinals. So basically, I get 2 votes for myself automatically, which is nice. And... the Papal States one is guaranteed to vote for me as well, because the Papal States love me. So I've got a few good votes going on here. I've got some good stuff. Also, there's still a Hungarian cardinal, which I find odd. I'd never really thought of that before, but yeah, if you've got a cardinal, you get excommunicated, your cardinal gets to keep being a cardinal. I would have thought he'd be like, you know, kicked out immediately, but apparently not. Never mind. That's fun to know. Yeah, I need to make some more friends with, potentially... the Sicilians. No, there's no point being friends with the Sicilians because the Sicilians will obviously vote for themselves. What I would need to do instead would be make friends with somebody with... Ooh. What about the French? What if I wanted to be friends with the French? That could work. They don't really have any allies right now. Princess. Come back. Head over here in this direction. Because an alliance with the French would potentially be interesting. Like, at this point, I don't want to be friends with the Imperials. But yeah, the French... the French don't have any allies right now, do they? I think they do not. Me and the French joining forces gives me an excuse to potentially take the English in time and kind of do a nice little kind of Viking reconquest of Britain. Gives me a nice, powerful ally over here. Potentially, yeah, the Polish, the Danish, and the French... nicely got the Imperials encircled, actually. And that would mean the French would vote for me, because they don't have a horse in the race for the next Pope. Ooh. Yes, actually. That could work very nicely. In fact, you, over here, head over here and find this French large town. You'll be able to get there pretty darn soon, in fact. And there, in fact, is indeed another flipping Papal State city. I love how the Pope can actually expand in this game. It's very, very cool indeed. And yeah, there's a very decent chance at some point he'll take these islands over here if he hasn't already. In fact, actually, I can check that. Fun thing I don't see people acknowledge very often. You can use the faction ranking scroll to potentially get some really useful information. In particular, the territory ranking. So, for example, if I want to know, like, how much an empire's done, let's say England. So England right now is on 4, and I therefore can know exactly what they've done, which is they started off with 3, then at the beginning of the game they took York, and since then they've stayed right on 4. So I know for a fact, for example, that the English haven't taken the rebel settlements in Wales or Ireland, because I know they're on 4, I know what that 4th is. It's York. So as a result, I know what they have and haven't done. And I can use that to keep an eye on, for example, with the Papal States. They started with 1, they've gone up to 2 by taking Florence, so therefore I know right now they're not over on Sardinia or anything. And you can use that to actually kind of make some reasonably educated guesses about what factions have or haven't done at this point, which can be very, very useful. Faction announcements. Magnus has become fair in rule. Good. And more flipping family members. Ooh, Sten Kilson. That's a really good name. That's a great name. And I'm guessing that, by the way, is just going to be... Yes, indeed. Bolslaw Herman has managed to, in the course of... Oh, blimey. He's getting those children out suspiciously fast. Poor Ingrid. Give her a break. In fact, actually, she now gets a break because she can't have more than 4 children. So, he has had 2 male children and 2 female children who are, well, apparently really, really all bloody close together. He had a bit of a pause after the first one, but then, you know, once he figured out he was actually a good father and enjoyed having children, then all of a sudden it was just children for days. It was just 3 in a row, damn it. Now, Alexandria is up to 19% Catholic. We need to speed this up. Let's get ourselves a new church, a proper church. It's expensive, but it's only 5%. Would I be better off having... Or I could go for the money. If I went for the Merchant's Wharf, I could get quite a bit more money in... Yeah, alright. Go for it. I don't know who we're even flipping trading with in this part of the world. We're trading with someone. Also, you should get back up here, like, as quickly as you can, because if you come up here, you could actually maybe arrange peace with the Egyptians, because I'd rather have peace and actually trade with them right now, just while we stabilise the situation around Alexandria and Cairo. For the time being, we just really, really, really need this place to go Catholic. Oh, Cairo's doing well at least. Yeah, Cairo, 36% Catholic. Soon, that will be majority Catholic. Marvellous. But you know what? Stockholm's actually looking in good shape right now. I think good old Magnus, who is actually, yeah, he's doing very nicely for himself right now. You can probably best you... No, I'll give you one more turn, then you're going to leave and head over to Oslo, because Oslo could use your attention more urgently. Get that place up to 6,000 as quickly as possible. Peasantville's doing alright though, yeah, 4,000 people plus 4.5%, that's doing very, very nicely. Probably could do with a town hall would be nice, just for the happiness. Plus, of course, building things like town halls basically means, like, you know, building good public buildings that are good for societies is good for the people in those cities. So building a town hall is cheap, and is also likely to make Sven of Milton Keynes more like, you know, more noble in rule. Though he's already pretty noble in rule, but you know what? Maybe he could be even more noble in rule. Actually, I'm going to cancel that for right now, because what I need to do instead is... no, I'm going to cancel this right now instead, because what I would like to do is... yeah. I just need another priest, because now we've got this here, Master Theologians Guild. That is much, much better. So now when I start training more priests, they're going to be even more efficient at their job, which is lovely. Sadly, by the way, you can't retrain an agent. So I can't, like, take, like, hang on. Which is the guy who's got, like, literally nothing on him. You've got oh no, sorry, everyone has Orthodox instruction, because the only guy who didn't have Orthodox instruction immediately became a flipping heretic and we murdered him. But no, you can't send him back into the city and, like, retrain him. Troops can be retrained when you've upgraded buildings. Sadly, agents cannot be. So that is indeed a shame. As nice as it would be to retrain that priest so he was a better priest, no, it doesn't work that way. Though actually, we have got a very good priest here. Orthodox instruction, chosen one, +3, the best starting trait you can have on a priest. Perfect. Just get out here, get another priest in production. More bloody priests. And instead, yeah, get a council chamber built here in Alexandria. Let's just get more and more stuff going on there. And that spy can start heading in this direction and start getting us some visibility of what's going on. Fortunately, yeah, there's a small rebel force there, which is great. A not particularly significant Egyptian army. The Egyptian forces don't seem to be in good shape. Obviously, we already know about Jerusalem, but they'll probably have, yeah, because there's a couple of cities around here, like Damascus, so we'll go and have a look-see at them. We know, yeah, they don't have Antioch, which is great, because Antioch, I'd like to... Potentially, if the next crusade could be Antioch, that'd be marvellous. Also, I should keep an eye on that. The game doesn't flag to you when it's okay to do another crusade, but at some point soon, it will no longer be too soon to actually request another crusade. When that happens, basically, I can ask the Pope to do whatever crusade I want, because I'm so bloody liked. And, of course, just keep the massive army heading up north here. We get a bit of a closer look at... Ooh! The faction leader, Grand Duke Vladimir, is just sitting on his own over here in Riga. Right, that's good. Also, there's just a random heretic there. We should probably send our own guy to go and take care of him, because that'll just be good for his reputation. This guy is... Oh, yeah, we've got this place 5% Catholic already. Very, very nice indeed. But you know what? Let's just keep spying on this place for now. Yeah, we could take out the flipping faction leader and factioner very, very quickly indeed. Because apparently they're just hanging around doing nothing. Beautiful. But actually, that does change things a little bit for us, because I was just going to send 2 units of Viking Raiders to go and actually take out Riga. But now I know it's actually the faction leader, and thus there's flipping 62 heavy cavalry waiting for me there. I won't be able to do that, because 2 Viking Raiders won't be able to handle that by themselves. Also, can't help but notice, bloody Polish merchant currently about to head north, probably, and head up here. Can I be bothered to block him? No, I think we're fine, to be honest. I don't think there's any reason to block him. We'll be alright. Now, let's just slightly move my spy so I can get a better view of the Hungarians. Yeah, they are looking flimsy over here. They've got a nice large stone wall, which is cool. But if either the Polish or the Imperials decide to counterattack, I feel like Budapest is going to fall very quickly right now. Keep a very close eye on the... Oh! The Imperials. Hamburg just started flashing. I think there's a flipping assassin looking at Hamburg. Faction leaders are tough to assassinate, obviously, but that's... Oh, no, it must have been a spy. Oh, that's even worse. If there's a spy and an assassin floating around, that is a concern. Right, that assassin needs to be taken care of. The force that left Frankfurt returns to it, yes indeed. Imperials starting to make eyes over at flipping Budapest. That is a concern. For them, at least, it is. Ah, and a Russian princess has indeed come up to Peasantville. Just, you know, quietly reassure her we mean her well. She's not going to offer us anything? Nope, nothing to offer us, fine. As suspected, the Polish merchant is indeed just heading north. He totally wants to head over towards, like, Norway and Sweden and stuff. But don't worry about that. Hungary's sending out diplomats. Oh, bloody hell, guys. Come on. Right, they had one last chance to take Vienna. They really better take Vienna this time, because if they don't, then at this point, I think they're kind of out of everything. Like, some troops have headed over there. They're sending diplomats in every direction. I think they're going to try and sort out, yeah, their many, many, many problems. One guy over there, theologian. No, I don't want a theologian's guild in Alexandria. It would be a waste to have more than one in that area. So we're going to decline that and kind of wait for, I think, a merchant's guild. Actually, agent found, yeah, Hamburg, Holy Roman Empire, unsurprising. Strongest faction is now Venice, okay. So yeah, we have got a really good quality Imperial spy and an okay-ish Imperial assassin floating around. This is really concerning. They want to kill someone, don't they? Ooh, and we've got our brand new priest. Hang on, you've had really orthodox instruction, haven't you? Go over to you, and yes indeed. Theologian's Guild Apprentice, +1. Orthodox Instruction, +1. Blessed, +1. Unlucky. If you happen to get chosen one, then these guys can start at +5, which is really, really damn good. But this place is now 46% Catholic. And the economy is slowly starting to recover, as yes indeed, the populations in Alexandria and Cairo grow rapidly, and thus the tax base is growing rapidly as well. Plus, these guys are getting better and better. Now the 2 sugar traders, basically by themselves, are generating 900 to 1,000 florins. Stockholm is up to, yep, Stockholm is up to 1,900. So you, Magnus, who are doing so well, head up towards Oslo, get there next turn, perfect. That drops down to +4, so as a result, that will be done in 2 turns, so I may as well put the tax rate up by 1 level anyway, because, yeah, even at 3%, 3% will be just under 60 a turn. Yeah, that'd be absolutely fine. So we may as well have the tax rate up, because we're going to do it in 2 turns regardless. Which is good, that means we just make a little bit more money. Big Russian army here. Beautiful. You come over here. Take care of this guy, sure. Ooh, failed to take them out. That's a shame. Yeah, that just happens occasionally. So we have failed to do that. And if you fail to denounce someone, it can actually work against you. Because you can end up being, yeah, a little bit more like unorthodox yourself as a result. So failing those things can be bad. Right. This works for me. Ship over here. Unfortunately, the Russians are now definitely going to see this, which is a concern.
I will see you brought to justice in an honest battle.
Actually, that's a really good point. The moment this fleet drops off these guys, then straight after that point, then I basically take the ship back over to Helsinki. In Helsinki, we actually then pick up more troops, and those troops get taken back to Riga. Yeah, that would work. Because over here, we've actually got mercenary spearmen spot on. We might need a little bit more strength than what we've got here, though. So, more dismounted Hussars, and because I would like to leave some troops behind, obviously just to guard the place, let's go for just some peasants, just to man the walls a bit. Just to go back to what I was saying earlier, merchants are now up to almost 1,500 income per turn, making a very good contribution to our empire. Like, nearly 10% of the entire total income of the empire is merchants right now. And I can follow my own advice at Stettin too. They can go up to a high tax rate, because they too will also manage to go up. In fact, actually, the population seems to be, ooh, almost identical. Both of you guys at high tax rate, yep, should indeed actually hit 2,000 at the same turn in 2 turns. Marvellous. Now we've finally reached the agent limit. Oh, Steve Stenger has hit 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. He is marvellous at this point. Religiously active, chivalrous in rule, great crusader. Oh, yes. Yes, Steve Stenger, you are doing very, very nice. You are brilliant, actually. You are absolutely fantastic. We should probably, by the way, kick out these bloody rebels. That will be good for you as well. They're just Arab cavalry, town militia. Desert archers are actually quite good because they're long range. Yeah, embarrassingly, that force might actually beat you, Steve Stenger. So we might need to wait for some reinforcements. Yeah, the spire a little bit further north here. This crossroads might do quite nicely. As long as I've still got visibility of, yeah, Jerusalem there. If I was more like, I'd like to be in a situation where, yeah, if I go a little bit further this way. That's right. That's what I wanted. So now I've got sight of... looks like, I think that's the Damascus territory that they do not own. So, they've got a nice castle here. That's just a basic castle. They've got another basic castle here. They have got themselves, that's their new capital, Jerusalem, right here. Obviously very, very valuable indeed. So, you know a little bit more about that. And they don't own Jeddah over here. I think the town is like here-ish, if I'm recalling correctly. And that's like a huge territory. That's like all of this space is all one thing. It's like Arabia in Rome Total War. But I think it's actually even flipping bigger. It's like how over here, this is all like one flipping ridiculously massive, but surprisingly not wealthy territory. Jeddah's kind of the same deal. Though I want to go and take Jeddah at some point, purely because, one, it makes the map nice and red, and two, it will actually give, like, you know, some sea trade to Cairo. So, you know, at least that little port will do something. Meanwhile, as we're actually sitting on, surprisingly, a bit of money for once, yeah, I'm going to give a small church to Oslo. Purely for the sake of, yeah, making sure that no heretical thinking starts to sneak in. Other than that, I'm going to save up some money. Because if I get Hamburg up to a fortress next turn, I would consider that a very, very worthy thing indeed. And now we just eagerly await whether flipping Hungary can actually finally make this stick. I mean, Vienna now finally has a single unit in it. They have actually managed to, like, you know, beat these guys back pretty effectively. And this army is, it's weakened and no one can push the ram, but I don't think the computer cares about that. If this guy comes over here, however, and basically attacks these guys, it will drive them off. It just depends how intelligent the flipping Imperials are at this point. If they're stupid enough to leave Vienna undefended, the computer might actually award Vienna to Hungary, and this whole business would have been worth it. Oh, the assassin's heading back down south. Good. Good, good, good. Excellent. No longer in our territory. And yep, as you would have expected, they're not going to kick the ass of the Hungarians. Yes, indeed, they've now been beaten back, and that is the last bit of strength they really had, to be honest. That was just the nobles right there. Vienna has been pretty much relieved at this point, so that is, well, not good. I would have liked Vienna to have been picked off as we slowly, just step by step, started picking off the Hungarians. At this point, yeah, now the Hungarians are kind of stuck being excommunicated until the Pope dies. When the Pope dies, everyone who was excommunicated basically gets invited back in as a little freebie. And the Pope's getting on a bit, so that's not too far away. And the Russian army's heading south. Interesting. That kind of works to my advantage. Where are they going, though? What do they want? Ah, no, those Polish are actually happy just going and sitting on the fish over there. That's fine. I'm happy with them doing that. The Polish are my friends. More flipping Polish just barreling east. Where are they going? They're expanding hard in that direction. Hungarians now heading north. Guys, just take a break. Recharge yourselves. Go for Vienna again later, alright? I feel like you just need to calm down and not rush into your next thing. Agent found. More flipping Holy Roman Empire, guys. Damn it. Yeah. Priority. Our house. We need to train ourselves a flipping assassin here. Let's get an assassin with his lovely, lovely bendy legs. Right. Let's get an assassin out of there. Lovely. Ah, and tragically, Magnus can't quite make it to Oslo in one turn. That is a shame. Very, very damn close. Hamburg, upgrade yourself. Let's get a fortress going on here. Let's get some proper big upgrades. And Cairo is finally settling down at this point. Population growth right now is bloody 8.5%. Of which, like, over half is the governor's influence. Like, he's just so chivalrous. People just go home and have sex with their wives. Like an awful, awful, awful lot. The brothels are practically packing up. There's just no business. And that population boom is giving flipping 45% to public order right now. Blimey. This is why chivalry is so damn good for making cities happy. It's ridiculous. They grow ludicrously fast. They get so ludicrously happy from it. Like, you know, his influence alone is worth 50% happiness. And, because he's causing a population boom, there's an extra 45% on top. Just by sitting in the city, he's basically giving an extra 100% to happiness right now. We can put the flipping tax rate up. And our priests are, of course, helping too. Now this place is actually finally majority Catholic. Now, you, my lovely, lovely little cardinal, deal with this guy, please. Come on. There we are. Finally got him down, and you've got yourself a nice thing out of that. Traitor executed. Enemy of heretics. Lovely. Now, figure out where that army just went. Because it went... There we are. Right, we've got... Well, no, that's not him. We've got eyes on a Russian army, but... Ooh. A damaged Russian army? That can't be the big army I just saw. Surely. No. It couldn't be. This is intriguing. Where did the big army just go? Is there a ridiculously massive rebel army right there or something? It didn't go into Riga. That's not it. And who damaged these guys? Because you've taken a knock from somewhere. Right, never mind that. Let's make this plan work, damn it. And, ooh, question is, yeah, what's the best way to do this? If I just go straight down south of it, I'll need to skirt around the outside of the docks. Then I'll be on to paved roads. I'd like to get this place under siege, like, immediately. I think this is going to be... No, that's not even close, but... It wouldn't happen anyway. It wouldn't happen anyway. Right, all we need to do now is, yeah, get our agents out and about around here. Let's get this place converted to Catholicism, like, flipping immediately. And you just make your way straight down the road over here. These guys have a chance to reinforce, but because it's a city, they've got, yeah, recruitment slots allowed 2. All they can do, really, is train 2 more basic, crappy militia troops. It's not going to have any impact on this whatsoever. And if I need to, yeah, I can just hire more mercenaries, so it's fine. In fact, hiring an extra mercenary or 2 would definitely be a good idea. Mercenary spearmen. Let's get some mercenary spearmen out on the field, because then we can actually deal with the flipping cavalry. Because right now we have literally no spearmen in the army. And don't forget the plan. The boat now immediately heads over to Helsinki. Because now we are just going to pack this place full of very large numbers of troops immediately. You guys, get in here. You guys, get over here. Probably train an extra unit just in case. Just one extra unit, just on the off chance. Because I don't think these guys would ever attack, but just in case they decided to. Let's make sure we've got something decent to man the walls here. And then these guys are now going to head down towards Riga and snipe the faction leader, who is mysteriously just... Oh, they finally upgraded this place too. It's just become a large town. Well, that's just flipping marvellous. So, they're going to head down there, snipe Riga. Meanwhile, our main army is going to draw the Russian main army very usefully back in this direction, leaving Riga and their king undefended. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd say that is enough for now. Next time, the war with Russia begins. We have got ourselves a plan to storm into Russia, smash them, and take 2 of their cities before they even know what is happening. And that is coming very, very soon indeed. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd, and this has been Medieval 2 Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye. We've all learnt a valuable lesson here. When people have the zombie plague, don't allow them into confined spaces with you. We should just actually, like, use cannons. Do we have cannons? Use the cannons. Oh, they've got a big hammer. That's what the noise is. And a pirate's just rammed them. Okay, I think we're in a traffic jam on the sea.